Spicy. I just need a bit of energy, bro. Welcome back to my channel, Sting. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Taliyah. On this channel, you're gonna be affed. Okay, that's being educated, entertained, and fondled with consent. So if you want me to aff you, make sure, don't be weird, but join the cult. It's a spice over here, I promise. Scout's honor. Kisses. Mwah. Oh my god, stop! You guys are so funny, so sweet. Like, you don't have to keep complimenting me all the time. I know, my top is cute. Bite. My top is actually from Gymshark. I got the package late, so I don't even know. Oh man, this stuff is still gonna be in stock. But these are like, I don't know what they're called, but there's some type of cargo pant type of thing that makes this noise. I know, cute. And then these tops, like, they have a whole bunch of other colors. A lifting baddie. And I like to think that I'm a part of that community. But again, I got light. I don't really know if it's still up there. But if it is, hot girls use my code Stinky. Thank you. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Life has really been lifing right now. Like, I mean, like, God has decided to spit my face a bit. I don't want to say spit my face, but God is really putting his foot in my ass. I feel like we need to do like a quick debrief, like little life update. I do this video like I only have been doing YouTube for a year, but this would be my third time doing one of these videos. You're gonna know some personal about me, brother. I'm going out tonight, and by going out, I mean I'm gonna go into a restaurant and speak to no one else and have a really nice casual meal. It's gonna be delectable, bro. Okay, so first I'm gonna use the Revive primer. Honestly, I don't really have any opinions about this other than I like the application stick. But also, the application stick doesn't seem like something that would be that clean, does it? I'm gonna take the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Medium Dark for Hazelnut. And I'm just gonna put this, and then I'm just gonna put this like where it needs to go. So any of like my discoloration on my face, I got this random birthmark here. Like, what are you doing? Corners on my mouth. Like, I be eating doo-doo sometimes, be pissing me off. And then just like any area that like I kind of want to cover up. My dark circles underneath my eyes. Yeah, if you guys have been keeping up with the Kardashians, joking. If you've been keeping up with my recent uploads though, you guys know that I'm in a new space, and more recently I got a new car. And I have just felt really freaking anxious about it. I have felt really anxious. I felt really uncomfortable. And honestly, I couldn't figure out why the fuck I was feeling that way, because I'm like, what's the problem, bruh? Why am I feeling this way? And so I actually, a couple months ago, I hired a financial coach because my family unfortunately didn't teach me any financial literacy, and I just want to make sure that I don't end up myself, you know? And she had, you know, she sat me down and was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna be really honest with you. The reason why you're feeling that way is because you are thinking in a scarcity mindset. And I'm like, no, the what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm an abundant person. I mean, she brought up a really good point. She was like, the reason why you're thinking like this is because you're uncomfortable to make this your new reality. And I'm like, you know, of course I'm uncomfortable. But look at the space I'm occupying. This is uncomfortable. But she shut me the really quickly. And she was like, yeah, having that mindset's gonna hold you back. Like, it just is. Okay, so real quick before I finish, I'm gonna take a little bit of powder. Ow! I'm gonna take a little bit of this Huda Beauty powder. And I'm just gonna set the areas where I place that concealer at, so that when I go in with my foundation, you know, I'm not moving around. She's not going anywhere. Hell no. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, bro, is I'm gonna take my Kosas concealer in the color 8W for warm, and I'm actually gonna mix it with my other Kosas concealer because she's a bit too warm, and I believe I have a neutral undertone. Yep, sure do. Or do I? Yeah, I'm gonna mix those. I'm just gonna carve out my brows. I don't really like a super hefty brow. It's not my thing anymore. Eyebrow blindness was a real thing for me. I think I have to do this off camera. I can't see shit. I'm going to mix. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, I believe. And then this is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And I'm just gonna do like a little pump here. Damn, this looks kind of dark. Nah, that's my color. Little pump there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and spread the rest of this stuff on my face. Nice and chocolatey. Black power, brother. Guys, do I look like Monet? I'm gonna stipple this in my face. This doesn't really feel like it's working too well. Like, it just doesn't seem like the way that I would apply foundation. You know, I'm more of a dab bitch, you know? I'm joking. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? I have to remind myself that the reason why I've even been able to occupy the space that I'm in is because of how much I believe in myself. It's because of all the hard work that I have done up until this point. It's because of my faith in God and my trust in his path why I am able to occupy the space that I'm at. Social media, being an entrepreneur is scary. It's really scary, okay? Especially being a woman and being a woman of color at that. But there is so much uncertainty in being an entrepreneur, and I fucking hate that word. I hate that word because when I went to college, everyone was like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur this, and I'm an entrepreneur that. Okay, but what are you actually doing? What value are you actually providing society? And so I used to think of the word in like an icky way, because I'm like, yeah, like you guys have taken this word to a whole nother level that it no longer holds the same value. But I gotta get out of that mindset, because that's what I am. I'm an entrepreneur. And if you're a entrepreneur, and whether you're just starting your journey or you're trying, you're breaking into the space that you want to be in, and you're feeling kind of like just the same feelings of like uncertainty and fear and doubt, like just know that those feelings are so normal. I promise you, there is not a single entrepreneur in this entire world that doesn't feel or hasn't felt the same way that you're feeling right now, which is why obviously, I'm bringing it up, because I can't be the only bitch out there that feels this way. I can't. I refuse to believe it. I rebuke it. I've quite literally been writing down the same affirmation every day for the past month and a half, and maybe if you're looking for an affirmation that you want to write down, that you want to help with your life, maybe take just a bit of notes, say it with me, brother. Okay, I am the source of my wealth. I am the source of my wealth. Great. Okay, stick with me, we're not done. I am safe to accept the success of my business as my new norm. I know that one was a bit of a mouthful, but just keep saying that over and over again. Keep writing it down when you can. I know that it sounds super cliche and stupid and silly, especially like manifestation and positive self-talk and abundance mindset and all these different terms that people are throwing at you from all over the place. There's a reason why a majority of the successful people throw those terms out. When I was going through my journey, I also happened to notice that pattern. So I was like, well, maybe, just maybe there's a little bit of truth to it. And everything that you have in life is attainable, but you have to start programming your brain at its highest capacity. I know it sounds stupid. I know, like even saying it out loud makes me feel weird, like, you weird bitch. I really am trying to put you on game. They might just seem like words to you, but your brain does not know that. It does not know that, okay? So, be a little delusional, okay? I'm just trying to help you. Take my advice. Now, on that note, especially because, Juneteenth passed, and if you guys don't know and you're just clicking on this video for the first time, I am an online personal trainer. I have my degree from Hampton University in kinesiology with a minor in military leadership. I also have my certification with the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I'm a coach. I've helped hundreds of women. I have been able to help shape and change their lives, and I'm so grateful to be a part of that. You have no clue how much that shit means to me. I do personalized workout programming, nutrition coaching, meal planning. Some of my client results are on my Instagram page, which if you don't follow, what are you doing? Fake bitch. I'm gonna go ahead that application in my bio below. My slots are pretty much filled up for June, but still apply for a call. Slots will open back up really soon for July.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Okay, so now before we do the quick dive into my personal life, because I know you guys are nosy and you want to know, I'm going to tell you, I do want to quickly go ahead and thank Parade for sponsoring this week's video. These are actually my go-to, well, not these specifically, but like this line is actually my go-to underwear at the moment. I already have like 10 pairs, which, that's enough for a week. I am someone that has always been super picky about my underwear since graduating high school. There's 3 qualities that they have to hit every time. The first being that my underwear needs to be seamless, okay? I hate the look of underwear lines. If that's your thing, I'm not judging you, but for me, it's gonna be a flat out no. I like the look of no underwear with the safety and security of wearing underwear. The second is that it needs to be a comfortable thong. Emphasis on the word comfortable. I hate walking around and feeling like I have a piece of dental floss up my butt. It's not my favorite feeling. I know it's not your favorite feeling, and so it can't make me feel like that, and these don't, thank God. And finally, it cannot roll up, okay? I hate getting a pair of seamless underwear and then they like roll up and then they create a seam in my leggings, and I'm like, okay, like that defeats the purpose of why I got you. I am currently wearing the Invisible Thong Seamless Universal in the color, I believe, teal. They have a whole bunch of other colors. I also have these in black. Most of these are in black. I got this teal color because I was trying to be different. You guys like it? I also really like the Ultra-Flattering high-rise thong. The cotton on it is super freaking soft. Honestly, it's probably the softest pair of underwear I own. They are actually having a summer sale. I believe this is the biggest sale that they're gonna have this year. You're gonna get 50% off the entire site. All you have to do is use my code, it's stinky. It helps me out when you use it. So don't be fake. I'm gonna go ahead and link everything in my description box down below. And let's give you another huge thank you to Parade for sponsoring this week's video and then constantly supporting this channel. Okay, so now before we do the quick dive into my personal life, because I know you guys are nosy and you want to know, I'm gonna tell you, I do want to quickly go ahead and thank Parade for sponsoring this week's video. These are actually my go-to, well, not these specifically, but like this line is actually my go-to underwear at the moment. I already have like 10 pairs, which, you know, that's enough for a week. I am someone that has always been super picky about my underwear since graduating high school. You know, there's 3 qualities that they have to hit every time. The first being that my underwear needs to be seamless, okay? I hate the look of underwear lines. If that's your thing, I'm not judging you, but for me, it's gonna be a flat out no. I like the look of no underwear with the safety and security of wearing underwear. The second is that it needs to be a comfortable thong. Emphasis on the word comfortable. I hate walking around and feeling like I have a piece of dental floss up my butt. It's not my favorite feeling. I know it's not your favorite feeling, and so it can't make me feel like that, and these don't, thank God. And finally, it cannot roll up, okay? I hate getting a pair of seamless underwear and then they like roll up and then they create a seam in my leggings, and I'm like, okay, like that defeats the purpose of why I got you. I am currently wearing the Invisible Thong Seamless Universal in the color, I believe, teal. They have a whole bunch of other colors. I also have these in black. Most of these are in black. You know, I got this teal color because I was trying to be different. You guys like it? I also really like the Ultra-Flattering high-rise thong. The cotton on it is super freaking soft. Honestly, it's probably the softest pair of underwear I own. They are actually having a summer sale. I believe this is the biggest sale that they're gonna have this year. You're gonna get 50% off the entire site. All you have to do is use my code STINKY. It helps me out when you use it. So don't be fake. I'm gonna go ahead and link everything in my description box down below. And let's give you another huge thank you to Parade for sponsoring this week's video and then constantly supporting this channel.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, I actually did not put my pants back on and we will not be talking about it. We won't be talking about it. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave them off until I get dressed. A little bit of too much effort, buff, doesn't it? Okay, so once all shit's like stapled in, I'm just gonna take a beauty blender and just kind of pat away any like streaks or anything. Not that there is any, you know, maybe Monet was on to something. Maybe she was, her little stinky booty ass. So obviously, you know, I moved into this bitch alone, okay? No, there's no beef between me and Ariel. Before you fucking ask, there's nothing wrong. I love her to death, and honestly, I just feel like we both needed our own space, and I do feel like this has really helped our relationship a lot more. Like, I lived with her for fucking 2 years, and we were best friends prior to that for 3 years. I'm letting you know right now, you really do not know your friends until you fucking live with them, okay? Oh my God. You think you know someone. She thought she knew me, but I got a lot of stuff, you know, I got a lot of baggage, and I do, and it was something that I really had to recognize because, and I've talked about this before, but our relationship really almost did not make it last year, and I was, not that she wasn't anything to blame for sure, but you know, a lot of it was because of me. You know, I can take ownership on that. I was wrong a lot of the time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take this NARS Laguna bronzer in the color 04. This is the same color that Uche uses. I'm not even gonna lie. It's you know, it's a bit, I don't really know this is my color. Oh, I think I put too much on, but you know, I feel like I can fix anything with a little concealer. I am just gonna put a little bit here and then a little bit just, I'm gonna do that woofy shit she does, even though I don't have the same facial structure as she does, because she quite literally looks like a sexy fox, and you know, God he just really did not have that in store for me, you know, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, bro, like, no, our relationship really almost didn't make it, and it was, I don't know, the last thing that you want to be in is in a space where you don't feel comfortable in the place you call home. And anytime me and Ariel would have like some type of argument or disagreement, the tension in the house was strong, babe. It felt like someone was choking me. It was like, here, bring your little ass over here. And I hated feeling that way, just like I'm sure anyone would hate feeling that way. But now that I live in my own space, bro, like I have never been so grateful in my life. And listen, I know that living alone is a privilege. I know that not everyone can do that. But if you have the ability to do that, I recommend doing it. Feeling peace in your space, especially in your home, in a place that you call home, is really, really important, because when it's not, like, you can feel that energy in the air, and that sucks dick. And I feel like this year is the first year in my entire life where I've actually had friends who genuinely want to see me fucking win. Something that I put on my vision board last year was female friend groups. Because man, I'm joking. If you're a man and you're watching my channel and you support me and you're not a creep, I love you in a non-creepy way, okay? But if you are creepy, then this isn't for you, bro. But yeah, I put just like female relationships on there. I've never been so grateful in my life that like I now have people and friends like Cora and Lana and Ariel and Eve and Colin who really truly want to see me fucking win, bro. Because when I tell you that I was surrounded around a whole bunch of women, and I don't think anyone was trying to be a hating ass bitch, but people were. And it was never a super huge deal to me because I like really kept to myself for a majority of college anyway. I knew where people saw my value at, and I used that knowledge to my, my benefit. I'll give you an example. For instance, I was a kinesiology major and I did really, really well in my school. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I did graduate salutatorian and then first in my fucking class, or first in my major. So I did really, really well. And what I would do is that I would share all of my little Quizlets. Like, I would make really in-depth, really good, really easy to understand Quizlets, okay? And I would get hundreds on the test. I would share all of that with everyone else. Like, I would give everyone all of my resources, everything that I made. And where they were like, oh, she's helping out so much. Like, my advisor, she did not want me to do that. But then I was like, I was gonna do this anyway. And also, in them asking questions and wanting this information, I'm also learning more. I'm also grasping the concept a lot more because I talk about it more, So I'm killing a couple birds with a stone. Same thing with like ROTC. I mean, like, there were some people in there who like just really did not fuck with me, man. It wasn't because I did anything to them personally, but just like people who are just like, they want to have an issue with you because I don't fucking know, man. I do actually know. I don't know why I couldn't explain it in that moment, but essentially, like, people don't like know-it-alls. People don't like people that try hard, and I've always been someone that tries hard, especially in what I choose to do. And it's frustrating. It's really fucking frustrating when you have people that hate on you for trying. And that's what a lot of it was when I was in college, is that I had a lot of people who were hating on me for trying. And I'm not saying like, oh, like they were bullying me or anything, because you're not about to fucking bully me, but I'm sure some of you guys can kind of relate out there. Like, answering questions in class makes you look like an asshole. Trying to perform well on anything makes you look like an asshole, and it's annoying. It's coming from people who think they're too cool for school or too cool to do good. That's fine if you don't want to do that, but you don't need to hate on me for wanting to do that. Before we continue, now that all of that is finished, I'm going to take my Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in She's Wanted. I love this duo. I'm gonna go into the cream and I'm just gonna put this literally all over my face. I bring it all the way in here. You don't have to do that, obviously. Like, if you're not like a blush like me, or your face isn't shaped like me, then do that. But I'm a blushy girly pop. I really like it. I usually put like a lot on there just because like my concealer is going to tone a lot of this down, and I like some extra to be left on the brush so that if my concealer tones it down too much, I can fix it, bro. You really make me so goddamn nervous. I'm blushing. I've never felt that way about a man. Maybe I'm gay. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my concealer in the color 7.3 in, and I am going to place my concealer in these areas. I'm gonna take a darker shade of concealer. This is like more of a color that's closer to my skin tone, and I'm going to place that here at the corner of the eyes, and then I'm just gonna carve the cheek out a little bit. And then I am going to spray my face, bro. I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit. That way when I am blending it out, it's not gonna move a bit. It's not gonna move too much, But yeah, man, I had like some hater ass friends. Like, I had people that literally would only use me for their benefit. It never was a big deal to me because I never took those friendships as close as, typical friendships are. But it was just something that I peeped. And now that I actually have friends who give a fuck about me and like who want to see me win and who aren't hating or talking shit about me behind my back, at least in a way that isn't appropriate, I've never been more grateful. And I recommend to all of you that if you're trying to find new friendships, you need to be very intentional with the people that you let around you. People will try to suck your energy up. They will fucking use you, even if they don't think they're doing that. Intent does not matter if the outcome is still the same. So protect your fucking peace. For a very long time, it was just me and Ariel and my friend Eve and Colin, who don't live in Florida. And for a while, it was just us. And now that I've, been able to integrate Cora and Jasmine's husband and 3 amazing women, I have never been so grateful to have that energy around me, because it's truly positive and it's intoxicating in the right way. I think friendships are one of those things where like your cup should be filled and the other person's cup should be filled. And if it's not, babe, you're doing something wrong. Those friends, if they are fully draining you, leave them. Leave them, okay? They will keep draining you. Friendships are not one-sided. They should not feel one-sided. And that was even something I had to come to conclusion with my relationship with Ariel. Like, she felt like our relationship was really one-sided, and at one point it was, and that's because I held resentment towards her about something. I didn't have enough courage or strength to bring it up to her because I didn't want to feel that way, and it wasn't anything that she was doing, but it was something that I couldn't help but feel. The simplest thing for me to do was to be honest about it, and yes, it was it's gonna be a hard and tough conversation, but in having that conversation, our relationship has never been better. You kind of feel like an elephant is like stepping on your chest, and then, you know, when you're honest and when you're finally breaking through, like you no longer feel that way. I don't know if you guys watch Bridgerton, but Penelope Featherington, or Penelope Bridgerton, she said the same thing. Like, she no longer wanted to lie, and when she was being honest, even though it was tough and it was hard, she felt so much relief from doing that, and it made her a stronger woman. And that woman she's a woman. I wasn't expecting to see her tits on that show. I wasn't. Like, literally they panned down and then they panned back up, and I was like, whoa, like tits. I literally don't want to be a pervert, okay, but I rewatched the scene because I was in so much shock. And also, she's got an amazing bosom, so large and quite so perky. I was actually jealous. I was actually very envious. So this is, you know, these ones have dried down, so I'm gonna start over here and then like I'll get to the eye area. I also feel like you should treat your friendships like, you know, a romantic, intimate relationship, okay? Like, even though you're not, you know, your friends, which I would hope you're not doing. I'm joking, I would never do that. I'm joking, I'm serious, I would never do that. You need to set boundaries and expectations with your friends from the jump. And that also means knowing who you are and how you feel so that you can express your boundaries and expectations. If your friend is unwilling to respect the boundaries that you have set, then that's not your friend, bro. And that's also another hard pill to swallow, because I'm sure there are plenty of women are like that. And I'm just being completely honest. I don't think anyone is ever doing it with any ill intent, but you just have to be careful, that's all. Now, I just kind of like to tap this into the skin. I don't want to spread it down or anything. I just want to keep it exactly where it's at. So I do like little light, you know, little light tuts. Delicious. Plus, I put my friends on like a tier system. That might sound up, but that's what I do, okay? I'm not gonna tell every friend, you know, the same amount of information. I have 2 tiers. So I have tier 1 friends and I have tier 2 friends. My tier 1 friends, like, they know all the, you know, the grimy shit, you know, the nasty shit. And then I have my tier 2 friends who, like, I love them to death, but they don't know all of my dirty laundry, but they're amazing women and they're amazing people that I love to be around. And I put them in those tiers, and I think that's what you should do with your friendships. Not every friend needs to know every fucking type of secret, especially if they're not on that same level and aspect. And that has really helped me with my relationships and friendships, you know? Not everyone needs to know you your dad last year, you know? Not everyone needs to know that. I'm joking. I would never do that. Actually, I don't even know why that came out of my mouth. That's suspicious. I'm joking, relax. ASMR. I don't know if you can hear anything. Okay, so now what I like to do is like go back in with my blush brush and just like kind of fix this. Look, this looks insane, right? Like, where the blush at? Like, I don't want it to be like, you know, I don't want to be cut up. That's not what I want. I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color that's too light for me, Biscuit. And I'm literally, there's like a hair on my face. So I get it. And I'm just gonna place a little dot right here in the center. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to really brighten that up. Wake up, ho! Wake up, ho! Because when I catch you outside, you guys wanna know about my love life? How deep are we gonna get? I don't know. I do not know, brother. I feel pretty good about that. Okay, now it might be a good time to just set the face. So I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty powder in the color, what color is this? Banana bread. I love bananas. And I am literally, this brush is too big for what I'm trying to do, bruv. But I don't have any other options. I'm just gonna set the whole area. Like, I don't care, you know? Because we're gonna bake. We're gonna get real dirty, real nasty. Just how I like it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my one size in the color Ultra Peach. This right here, she was a surprise to me. I just picked her up like not really having too much, like not thinking that I was gonna like it more than Huda Beauty, but she's fantastic. Like, I'm sorry. I know they had that other one, like a darker peach color, but you know, I like to brighten. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place this on a powder puff. What is this called, a powder puff? And I'm just gonna carve out my nose. Not that I did much contouring there. Yeah. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Is the camera picking it up? Skinny. Oh, fuck it up. And then I'm just gonna really press that in there. I'm gonna carve. I just keep the carve up there. I don't really bring it too much down anymore. Guys, I'm doing this makeup tutorial. Do you guys think my makeup is bad? Like, be honest with me. Like, no, seriously, like stop joking. Like, be honest with me. Like, is it bad? Guess we'll find out at the end of this. Cause I be feeling like I be beating my face, but comparisons boy, and I be looking at other women and I'm like, okay, what the f am I doing wrong? Go back into the Patrick Tall Blush Duo set, and I'm gonna take the powdered side now, and I'm gonna I'm gonna go ham. Then I'm gonna take this NARS Laguna bronzer in the color 7. It broke, and then I tried to like fix it by doing that alcohol trick, but it looks ugly. Like this shit is sick. But you know, makeup is expensive, and I am gonna go ham like the whites do with bronzer. You know, I used to not get it, okay, until I got the right bronzer color, and then I was like, oh yeah, like sun goddess, where you at? Sun goddess, is that you? Yes, bruv, that is me. Go around the chin, temples of the forehead, and then I guess I should probably touch that woofy spot. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and attack those little eyeballs. Okay, I don't do anything crazy with them because I don't feel like it. I'm gonna take the same bronzer. Now, if you guys are new here, this is Samuel L. Jackson. Say hi, baby. Look at the camera, look at the camera, look at the camera. Stop looking at the viewfinder. There you go, handsome boy. I'm giving him his first bath tomorrow, and I'm extremely nervous. But I got a harness, so he can't go anywhere.
Bruh.
He knows what about to happen. That's why he's meowing like that. And I'm just going to whip this like all over my crease. You know, I really want to give that sultry, nasty, stinky booty girl look, you know?
What the fuck?
But yeah, guys, so I recently watched this movie called Past Lives. I know you're like, oh, you haven't seen it yet. Everyone's talking about it. No, I hadn't seen it. I saw it on the flight though to California, and it was a really, really sad movie. I didn't cry or anything because I know bitch. It had me thinking about one of my friends that from back home. And so if you guys don't know, the movie kind of bases around this whole idea of the invisible string theory. And it's pretty much just like this theory where like people are linked and in different lifetimes. In the movie, this man and this woman, they met as kids. They had crushes on each other. They went on little dates, and then she moved, lived her life, but they were always somehow in some form or fashion like in each other's lives, whether that was one searching for the other or like figuring out what's going on, but they were living different paths. But the idea is that in their past lives they might have been together, or maybe they were two leaves on a tree, something like that, where like you're linked for life, like a soulmate, you know what I mean? And it's a really, really beautiful concept because some things they feel random, but I think that when you think about your relationships with people, especially like in a sense where it's like that you could be soul tied to someone. I think it's a really, really beautiful thing. And I have a friend, actually, I don't want to speak, I need to be vague. I need to be very vague. I don't think he's gonna watch my videos or anything, but I want to be vague. I'm gonna take my eyeliner. I have the Rare Beauty one. She did not hold up well, but I still like her because she's dark as f, but like this up, bro. The Gano. Okay, I'm gonna do this off camera. Honestly, I feel like I did a really good job with my wings. That didn't even take me long. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take these lashes. I got them from Ulta. No, I'm kidding. I got them, I don't know where the f I got these from, but they're in the style little black dress. They're not like a super dense lash or anything because I'm not into that look anymore. You know, I want sexy sweet, sexy classy. I used to be one of those 15mm girls. I literally wouldn't wear any other makeup. That was insane. I look back at it, eyelash blindness. My fucking stepmom. My stepmom hated them, and I was like, she's tripping. This tripping, like this looks good. Nah, she was right. I look back at those photos with disgust. But anyway, I have a friend. His mom used to babysit me and my baby brother when we were kids, and he would come over my house, and I remember we would literally trap my little brother inside of playpens and stuff like that, and I stole his cheese knits. And that was back when I was a young girl. And then I moved to Hawaii, and I was in Hawaii for a very long time. And then I moved back, not to the same area that I was before, but I moved back to Virginia, and he was there. And I was like, oh my God, like what are the odds? Like, you know, we grew up together. Like I started dating his best friend, and his best friend was my first love. And you know, Gabe, if you're ever watching this, which I doubt you are watching this, but regardless of whatever our issues were, thank you for showing me what it was to love, or whatever. I don't really know if I could even consider it love anymore, because you know, when you're young, you don't really know what love is. You're just like obsessed. And I was obsessed, like in a very, very unhealthy way initially. But you know, I can't help but be a little crazy. I felt like that should make shit interesting. Okay, so while I'm letting that dry, I'm gonna go ahead and tightline. I don't know how to tightline. I need to do this off camera too. While I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, I'm going to just like brush off the rest of the powder. But yeah, like what are the odds that he is also the best friend of my first love? And so like he was like a class clown, like, you know, really, really funny guy. And we've always had like a great, you know, good relationship, nothing inappropriate, nothing weird. But then obviously me and my first love, we broke up, and me and that individual kept contact after the fact, not like in an inappropriate way. And it was just weird weird because like then COVID happened and then I went to school and then, you know, this person didn't go to school and he took a completely different route and he's doing really, really great for himself. He's younger than I'm sure a majority of us on this page watching this video at the moment, and he's doing really, really good for himself, and I'm really happy for him. But it's just weird because I'm like, now it's been 6, 7 years since graduating high school, and this person is still in my life, and we're on 2 different paths, and yet we're still linked. And so when I watched the movie, I was like, holy shit, like maybe that's how, you know, me and said person's relationship are. Like we have like an invisible string theory. So then it made me think. I was like, oh well, you know, I wonder what our relationship was like in a past life, or what our relationship will be like in the future. And I don't know, I think it's a really, really beautiful thing. It's not anything that I'm saying like, oh, like I'm gonna pursue because like now like I have this random belief in this faith that this person is. I'm gonna go ahead and like touch all of like the color up, so the blush and the powder contour. But I don't know, it's definitely like a little bit of food for thought for me, and I don't know, it makes everything a lot easier. I'm not in this space right now like where I am searching for my person. Like I have to remind myself that God has a path. His path is already set in place for me, and that when my time is right to meet my person, like my person will come along and it'll be a beautiful and a magical thing. And if I have to wait till I'm 40, I'm willing to wait, especially if it's amazing. Like if I knew that I was gonna find my true love at 40, like how could I not be grateful that I'd even have that opportunity to live to 40, number one, and God forbid, of course, knock on drywall, but to then meet the person who I'm meant to be with. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, you know? But I don't know, if you guys haven't seen that movie, it's a really beautiful movie. It's very slow, but the story is really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna take the same shade that I put on my lid and use for my contour and pretty much use for every aspect of my goddamn life, and I'm going to put it right here underneath on my lash line. It kind of just makes sure everything kind of blends in really seamlessly, and then I'm going to tight line the bottom half of my lid. Okay, and then I'm gonna place some of this tubing mascara on my bottom lash line, but just on the lashes that on the end of it, so it can kind of like go out and give folks. But guys, if you haven't discovered tubing mascara, babe, you need to hop on it. Okay, literally best thing I've ever decided to transition into, because now it doesn't take me a million years to take off my mascara. I'm in the shower and I'm like swipe and it's off. It's great. I got little bottom lashes, which is actually really annoying, but I'm not gonna put any effort into growing them. But yeah, I'm just like no longer in this headspace where like I'm seeking a partner. I'm not closing myself off to anyone, but I'm also holding my standards true. I've dated a lot of dirtbags, and I'm sure you guys have dated a lot of dirtbags too, and like we just don't deserve to be treated like that, nor do we deserve not to have literally every single standard that we want be our reality. And when people feel like they can't have everything that they want, then they settle. And I think settling is the worst thing you can probably do for yourself, because if you're willing to settle in the relationships that you have with other people and the energy that you give other people, babe, you're gonna settle in life with what you're doing and your dreams and your passions, and I refuse to do that. Like that's just not happening, brother. It's not happening, bro. All right, I used to be really good at putting on lashes, but now I just wear mascara all day. So let's check out the skill. Okay, lashes are on. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that with seamless, but they're on there. Okay, so what we'll do right now is I'm gonna take that eyeliner and then I'm just gonna like, you know, make some moles, or my moles like where they are on my face, I'm gonna bring them back. Oh shit. First off, with my Charlotte Tilbury, this is what's gonna bring the face back to life. Come back to me, baby. Wake up. I was even just thinking about like my most recent ex. I was like, okay, like I'm actually really happy that like that relationship ended, because I was really happy. I was really unhappy, and I was dating, no disrespect to him, but I was dating a loser. He's still a good guy, but he's just not where he needs to be in life, and that's okay. And if he hadn't broken up with me, I don't know how much extra time that I would have wasted on someone that's not my person, and I potentially could have been closing myself off to people who are my people. I just no longer, that upsets me anymore. I just want a really soft, romantic 90s love, something just intimate and loving, and I want a partner that actually wants to be with me. Okay, so for my lip liner, I'm gonna use my MAC lip liner in the color Chestnut. I'm gonna slightly overline the Cupid's bow, and then I'm not gonna overline my bottom lip or anything. Now that I look like a butthole. But yeah, I just don't want to be in that space anymore where I'm dating losers. I'm over it. I'm over it. Like as soon as I get the ick, like we're done. I'm over it now. I had gone on a couple of dates with this one guy, and I really do like him. I think he's such a sweet guy. Now the question is, what lip? I think I am going to use my Kosas lip oil in the color Dip. This really pretty, like bronzy, mauvish. I don't really know how to describe it. And then I'm gonna take my Fenty Heat in the color Fenty Glow. I don't really care for this product, to be honest. And then let's take our one size, baby, because one size fits all. That's the Brandy Melville way. Only skinny. I was not one of them. Bro, this one size, like, it feels toxic, but it works. Woo! Should not have sprayed that so close to my eyes. But yeah, anyway, we had gotten, like, you know, we went on a couple of dates that, you know, they were beautiful, and he planned them, and he's such a gentleman, and he made me really feel like a woman and that I could trust him. And, you know, we did a little, we did a little kiss, a little bump and grind, but, you know, we didn't put the Frank in the taco. It was nice because, like, I was thinking, I was like, you know what, like, I have every right, like, even if we've gotten to this point of intimacy, I can say no, and I don't have to feel guilty, and I don't have to feel like I need to do this in order for him to keep doing, you know, all of these things for me. And it was like a beautiful thing where I was just like, oh yeah, like, I'm not comfortable with that. And he was so respectful. He's like, oh, like, of course, like, you know, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel, well, this and that. Like, I'm in no rush. Like, it was nice hearing those words of the reaffirming words that I really needed to hear. And it was nice having enough strength and courage myself to not feel that guilt and cave in into something that I wasn't ready for, because I'm not ready for that. I think having sex and sharing your body with another person is an energy exchange. And I think that the next time I choose to share my body with someone else, it's going to be in a space where, one, I genuinely think that this person can be my person, like my forever guy. Honestly, it's just one. I have been abstaining from sex for almost 4 months now. My mind has never been more clear, and it has made it extremely easy to be abstinent when I haven't found someone that is worth the energy exchange. Like, I haven't found someone I want to exchange energy with. And when I finally do find that person, like, great, even if we don't end up working out, of course, God forbid, but that decision will be made after knowing that, you know, this person's like a good person. Even if they're not my person, at the end of the day, they were a good person, and it's not something that I look back at and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna strike this one off the list, you know? I'm just gonna delete this name from the list of my notes. Okay, so now I sprayed my face. I'm probably just gonna go back in with a little bit more of blush. I love blush. If I have blush blindness, like, shoot me, babe. But I just really like that color, you know? Bring it back to me. Oh, I think I put too much on. Okay, let me put on the final outfit. Okay, so this is the final look. Also, my top shades from Free People. I'll also have it in purple because it's makes my ninnies look good. But yeah, so this is the makeup look. How are we looking at it from the side? The other side. Are you just like in love with me or what? I'm in love with you. You sexy bend and snap. Tell me I don't look like someone's crush. Like, what? My makeup really do be staying like this all night. Minus my lip. Like, I gotta touch my lip up. But I'd be the baddest bitch walking around if I put this bitch on every day. Like, I look like a new person. Go back to the beginning. What happened? What? That was not bad. I mean, she was bad, but in her natural girl baddie era, this is new fucking character unlocked. Anyway, that is all for this week's video, guys. I really hope that you liked it. I'm sorry if I was rambling a lot. These are still really uncomfortable for me to make. I get anxious when I post videos like this. My anxiety stops me from wanting to look, because, you know, obviously everyone's gonna have something to say about, like, your life, and this is obviously really personal, and I get vulnerable on here sometimes, but I do read them. I just need a little bit of courage. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. We have had so much amazing growth over the past year, and I literally am in shock that I've been doing YouTube for a year now and we've had this much growth, and I want to keep that train rolling. So join the cult, bro. You better let your daddy know I said hi. Mwah. See ya.
That's all, folks.